Hey, and welcome into another video. Here today we will be taking a look at some Hog Rider attacks that I did in the most recent war in Golden X. This is the Queen Charge Hog Rider attacks. I really like the Queen Charge Hog Riders. They are probably my favorite attack army in the meta right now for Town Hall 13, simply because the Hog Rider is so strong paired with the Royal Champion. It is just so powerful to be able to get through these bases. And here on this base, I was looking at this base. It really caught my eyes just going through the first couple bases. And this one came to me right away because I seen the town hall, and the enemy AQ were right beside each other. And I figured if I could charge my queen into this section, that I would be able to pick up the town hall, the enemy AQ, and then set up some nice pathing for my Hog Riders right into the base, just like that. And that would be going right into an Inferno and engaging the Eagle Artillery really quickly, so that's nice. You don't want to engage the Eagle Artillery last with the Hogs. If you can path them right into the Eagle, then that is much better than having to deal with it later on in the raid. So, to be able to do this the way I want to, I'm going to have to create some pathing for my queen here. So I decide I'm going to drop 3 loons here on this archer tower, take it down. The splash damage will also take down the spell factory. And then I'm going to drop my king here, and the king's going to be able to wrap around the base. And right here, the enemy Barb King is standing outside, reachable by my king. Through my king's ability, I should be able to take him down. And that's just going to be huge help for my Hog Riders on the base going through there, not having to worry about taking out the king with the Royal Champion, because he's very tanky. It would take her a very long time to get him down, so you'd rather just get him out of the way first. And after that sort of funnel's going on, I'm going to drop a baby dragon over here. Baby dragon's going to help trim this funnel over here, and that way my queen, when dropped here, will be able to march in right through there and into the town hall without having to stray off and pick off too many buildings up here. So she'll just start coming through, picking off these buildings. She'll pull the CC out over here. We'll be able to kill it, knock it down, poison it. It's a Hound CC, Hound Witch. So we'll be able to take that down, take the town hall down, take the air defense, and then eventually the enemy AQ will fall as well. From there, once the enemy AQ goes down, I want to start my Hog Riders right in through here, right into this path with the Warden and the RC in behind. It presents nice pathing getting right there into the Eagle Artillery really quickly. We get a scatter shot right here that is going to be hitting our Hogs, so we'll need to throw down a heal spell there. We might also have to Warden ability somewhere as we start moving into this Inferno. Usually with these charges, it's really nice to get some scatter shots out of the way, but in this case we're not going to be able to do that, so we actually have 2 scatter shots here on the back end of this base, which is, well, it's not ideal here when you're going with some Hog Riders, but the Hog Riders are they're definitely strong enough to be able to get through there, although, you know, it'd be better to get at least one of those with your charge. But I notice up here in this quadrant, there isn't a ton of DPS up here other than this scatter shot here, this Inferno. You got an air defense, then you got some point defenses around like this cannon, archer tower, another archer tower. So when I'm looking at that quadrant, I'm saying, okay, well, my Hogs are going to have to finish on here, but I only have 2 heal spells. So, you know, I use a heal here, that's number 1. Maybe I use the Warden ability somewhere in the middle. And then I'm probably going to have to heal right here going into this scatter shot. And I'm not going to really have a heal for the back end for this base for my Hog Riders. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, you know, maybe they won't be able to make it all the way through because, you know, you need that heal for that last Inferno. But then I'm like, I'm looking at this and I'm not going to have to use a wall wrecker to get into the town hall with my queen charge. So I'd have a stone slammer with some more hogs in it, and I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe let's not go with Hog Riders in that stone slammer. Let's see if we can use this new blimp that does extra damage on its destruction. And let's see if I can get this blimp to fly in from over here, and I can pop it right about, say, here, get the death damage from the new blimp, and then I have a haste spell that I can use to haste some loons that come out of this blimp. Haste that, take down the Inferno, take down the Scattershot, take down this bomb tower with just some loons, since I'm not going to be able to, since I'm not going to have the wall wrecker coming in for the queen. I figured, you know, let's use a blimp with some loons in there, cut off the Inferno, cut off the backside Scattershot, and that's just going to make life so much easier for the Hog Riders. And I've been testing this out in some FCs using the blimp with the Hog Rider and the Queen Charge, and it's really working quite well. If you can get an Inferno and a Scattershot with your blimp, and you don't need it for, and you don't need the wall wrecker for the Queen Charge, it is just tremendous value to be able to do that. And I've been testing it out a lot in FCs, and it's been working really well. So I figured I'd give it a shot here in War and see exactly how that would work. I figured I could get the Inferno and the Scatter with it. So let's just jump right ahead into this replay and see exactly how everything went down and see how I was able to get the triple in this one. Alrighty, here we go with the replay of this Queen Charge Hog Rider attack here. We're going to start off with the baby dragon and the Coco Loon, just so the baby dragon can start forming the funnel. I got the 3 loon drop right there. King coming down. The King's going to work his way around to the Barb King. But, unfortunately for me, those 3 loons were just too much, and it pulled out a Witch CC. And the Witch is going to stay behind this wall and distract the King. So the King's never going to be able to make it to the enemy King. That is completely unfortunate right there. I should have only used 2 loons on the Archer Tower. That was a mistake right there. In planning phases, I should have realized I was going to pull the CC, and I didn't. So the King doesn't get the value that I wanted from him. But we just have to continue on in the raid. We have to just, you know, go with the flow at this point and see if we can still manage to get this triple right here. We're dealing with the enemy hound right there. I had to poison that witch, so I'm going to have to drop my minion in for cleanup of these pups right there. As the queen's starting to get back down to low, I pull another rage right there to get her through the town hall. And then eventually she's going to go on to the enemy AQ right there. And being able to take her down right about now right there. Taking her down, and then I'm going to have to pop another rage. That one was starting to wear off. As the queen will start into these cannons, Expos, Teslas, and now here comes the Hog Riders. I just drop them right in the same place. I go with the plan. The only difference is the enemy BK's up, and the Royal Champion's going to have to be working on him for quite a while right there. As these hogs are starting to get a little bit low on health right there as they go into the Scattershot, I go ahead and drop the Warden ability. Now here comes that blimp I was talking about. Look at that blimp coming in, getting the damage onto the bomb tower, onto the Inferno, hasting the loons out through. And like I said, that way the Hog Riders on this back end don't have to worry about that Inferno, don't have to worry about that that Scattershot anymore, because they were taken down by this blimp with some loons in it. And honestly, at this point, I think if I hadn't done that, it wouldn't have even tripled, because I didn't get the BK down in the beginning parts of the raid. So I really think the slammer with the loons in it was the reason why this attack tripled right here. Because the Hog Riders just wouldn't have had enough heals to be able to get through the top side. So to take that down, to not have to worry about that, was crucial right there. We were running a little bit low on time here. I had to use this balloon right here to snipe off this Royal Champion platform that was inside the base. Probably should have brought a miner with this comp. I will in the next raid. I kind of forgot to do that here in this one. It actually just beat the buzzer right there as the Warden sniped off that builder hut right there. But you definitely give the Queen Charge Hog Riders a try with using a blimp. Try to snipe off an Inferno with it. Maybe get a scatter shot with it too. It can be really strong in combination with this Queen Charge Hog Rider attack. Alright, and up next here we got another Queen Charge Hog Rider. This is the same war. This is my second attack. I picked this base right here for a Queen Charge Hog Rider. because I see if I can walk my queen through this alley. There we go. There's the purple. If we can walk my queen through this alley, I'll be able to reach all these defenses right here, including the enemy queen, the royal champion, the eagle, an inferno, and a town hall, and a scatter shot, all with a queen charge right there. So I was looking at that and I said, if I can get that much value with a queen charge, there's almost no way that I won't be able to triple this base with Hog Riders coming in from the backside of this base. So let me just draw up real quick how I was able to form the funnel here. Oh, mistake right there. I'm going to drop a baby over here. I know there's some Teslas right here in this area. Maybe there was one or two. I can't remember at the moment. But I know I drop a baby, and I think I drop 3 loons right over here to come in, take out the cannon, take out the Tesla. From there, I drop my queen right here. Queen's just going to start working her way into the base just like that. My king is going to be dropped on this archer tower, so the king will be able to walk all the way through down there, picking off the trash buildings. And like I said, the queen's just going to be taking this pathing right through the base, just like that, picking off all these defenses as she goes. Look at that, a wizard tower, 2 wizard towers, royal champion, mortar air defense, expo, queen, the sweeper. Originally I was thinking maybe I come from this side, but with this sweeper there, I wanted to deal with that early. I didn't want to have any risks of maybe this sweeper targeting onto my healers. Plus there was this warden platform there, and I didn't want to have the warden shooting at my queen while the CC troops were in range, because he would give the buff to them and does a lot of damage to the queen. So the queen would just continue on. She would be able to take out the Eagle artillery. The CC, of course, we would be able to lure that on, take that out. The Inferno, the Town Hall, and this scatter shot. So once basically everything up here basically is the queen's responsibility. Everything up there is the queen's responsibility. And then from over here, we got our hogs coming in with our Grand Warden and our Royal Champion. Through this section of the base, we can heal up really early there. And because I didn't use the Wall Wrecker, I have it selected here, but I'm going to switch off to it, switch to a Stone Slammer. Because I didn't use the Wall Wrecker with the Queen Charge, didn't need it, I can switch that off and use a Stone Slammer coming in, direct targeting this Inferno. I'm going to have 9 more Hog Riders into that Stone Slammer coming directly in there. It'll be dropped as the Hogs move in and take out this Sweeper. And then everything's just going to continue around the base, just as so. Finishing up at the top portion of the space, everything will finish up on the Barbarian King. Because I'm not dealing with him originally, I thought maybe I'll put my king up here, and then my king will take him. But I wanted the king for the funnel on this side of the base there. So let's just, let's just go ahead, jump right in, and see exactly how I was able to get the triple on this base. It was a really nice base for the Queen Charge Hog Rider attack. And here we go with the replay of the Queen Charge Hog Rider attack that I was just drawing up. We're dropping a loon. I knew there was going to be some red bombs there, so I only started with 1 loon, then the baby, then the other 2 loons to come in and snipe off that Tesla. Queen gets dropped there to start forming the, well, not the funnel, but start taking out those buildings, and then the king's going to be dropped here to form the funnel on that side to keep the queen moving right into this channel. Queen going to just get an early rage as she's going to deal with that Royal Champion, only level 5, so not a big worry right there. But even if it were max, we'd been able to take that out. Apparently, he had all the skelly traps right there, so the king was able to deal with that. So that's a real plus that my Hog Riders won't have to deal with that. Got another rage down as she fights the enemy queen before the CC comes out, so that's really nice that she didn't get stowed up on the hound before the queen went down. I did not drop this poison in a great place because I thought the queen might lock onto the hound first, so I wanted to make sure I had the poison in range of the enemy queen, or else I might have had to burn an ability or a freeze there. But she took it out anyway, so one didn't really matter, so I kind of missed the poison. But We continue on through the base. This scatter shot just in range of my queen. I thought it was going to be out of range, but she's hugging the wall right there, so not able to get that. She's going to lock on the Town Hall. Town Hall locks on the healers. I missed my freeze. It should have been more in on that tile just to get the Town Hall, so that was a mistake by me. Anyway, the Hog Riders are coming down right now. We're going to get the heal as they go into these Infernos and scatter shots. Queen just continuing on right there. Going to pop her ability as the the Warden was shooting on her. Stone Slammer coming in to meet up with these Hog Riders. Going to pop the Warden ability as they're starting to move through the base. At this point, you can see there's really isn't too much defense remaining. The Queen's starting to get low on health. I'm just going to freeze out the cannon right there that was shooting on her just to keep her up. Got my cleanup in from behind. And at this point, I was looking for a place to put my heal spell, but honestly, there just wasn't any. We came down to the last 4 defenses, and I flicked the Royal Champion ability, and she took the last 4 defenses down. At this point, I have a full Stone Slammer. I did place the heal there as a swag heal. It wasn't the plan to do that, but there really wasn't no place to put the heal spell. Once the Warden ability came off, there was hardly any defenses left. I didn't really have a place to put it. So, as you can see, that was an overwhelming triple there. If you can get the Town Hall, the Eagle, the Queen, the Royal Champion, X-Bow, scatter shots, there's almost no way the base would be able to hold up to the Hog Riders on the backside. So there you go with a couple more Queen Charge attacks for you. Again, this is probably my favorite attack right now at Town Hall 13. I just think it's really strong, and I just love the control you have of the attack with the Hog Riders and with the Queen Charge. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course I hope to see you in the next one.